We have been on this beach for a while now. It's been about a week of beautiful mornings, incredible sunsets, and falling asleep to the waves. It has been really special to be next to the ocean. I personally haven't been by the ocean in a long time, and falling asleep to the beautiful sounds is always such a treat. It's almost a full moon, and so we are really excited to see this place light up in the moonlight. There was also some heavy feelings while we were here. I ended up tweaking my neck while I was sleeping one night, and I couldn't really move my neck very well for about a week. It really sucked because I was very excited to get in the water and do some surfing while here in this perfect surf spot, but it was just a lot of bed rest and relaxing with a heating pad while I was here. I was really grateful to finally feel well enough to get out and wash my hair. This is how I wash my hair on the road if I don't have access to a shower. I pretty much just use this little basin and a mason jar full of water. I feel happy that I can wash my entire head with only a mason jar and a half of water. Very stoked on that. So we just took this opportunity to kind of devise a plan of where we were headed in Baja. This was one of my first times being on this ocean side of Baja. If you don't know, Baja is a peninsula with the west side of the peninsula being on the Pacific Ocean and the right side being on the Sea of Cortez. Last time we were in Baja, we spent most of our time on the Sea of Cortez side, ending our adventure in Todos Santos. So I'm very excited to be somewhere new this trip, and we have decided that we are going to head to Mulegé after this, which is one of my absolute favorite places from last time we were here. So we are spending one last night here and then heading east. welcome to Mulegé. Mulegé is a tiny town right when you cross over into southern Baja on the Sea of Cortez. It is on a river and a natural spring, so there is a lot of beautiful palm trees here, and there is a free place to camp on the beach. We got here right on the weekend, which was maybe not the best choice. It was pretty much a party all weekend long for the locals, but it is still one of my favorite places. We got to see a huge pod of dolphins right on our front door. This was so incredible to see. We heard that there was an art festival going on the next day, which, if you've noticed, there's a common theme. I absolutely love to go to anything festival or art related. There was a lot of local artists, a lot of expat communities, and their artwork and their inspiration from living in Baja. It was really cool to be around so many artists. We got lunch and got to peek around all of the cool artwork that was here. By this time in our trip, we haven't had a proper shower in quite a few weeks, so we stopped by this campground to get a shower. It was really, really cool. This seashell sink combo, I loved it. The houses were super cool in this community. It was kind of a campground slash like residential vacation home community. There was some really cool adobe buildings, lots of colors, which are my favorite, palm trees, and this house was so cool. I love this like orange melony color with the turquoise and the red on the cap rails. Wow. If I were to live in a house, it would be something like this. So cute. After a much-needed shower and laundry day, we were off, headed farther south the Baja Peninsula towards a town called Loreto. we got settled and found this really beautiful camp called Palmas Altas. It was so beautiful here, and while we were staying, I fell in love with these chickens. I realized I have never gotten to see a chicken be a mother to her chicks, and it was probably the cutest thing I've ever seen. Look at these little guys. They loved Missy's water bowl, and they were just completely cage-free and wild. It was really beautiful to see this hen be a mother. This is kind of what the campground looked like. I had my own little camp spot over here. Beautiful old palms and private right in the city. Where we were staying was very close to the beach, and also our camp host was a baker. So delicious. We were here for several days in Loretto, got to experience some of the nightlife as well, but nothing could really prepare us for what was going to happen when we decided to leave.
So I have an update. We spent about 4 days in Loretto at a campground. It was absolutely beautiful. So we spent some time there to recharge. We have been in dirt holes for about 5 months. We had 1 2-day break over my birthday. I went to Hawaii for 2 weeks, but my traveling partner did not get a break at all. So it's been quite a long time since he has gotten a break from the dirt. So we had a really great time in Loretto, ate a lot of yummy meals, and had a blast. We're currently headed to La Paz. It was a 4-hour drive. My friend's van is having an issue. He has a dual tank, so one of the tanks is small and one of them is a bit larger on his older van, and the second tank is not supplying fuel. The mechanism that switches the front tank to the back tank is no longer working, so he has a really small gas tank. Needless to say, he ran out of gas on the side of the road, about half an hour from the nearest gas station. So I backtracked to the nearest gas station, tried to find a gas can, could not get a gas can in the tiny town, ended up using some like floor cleaner can to transport gas half an hour down the road. Used a funnel, put gas in his van. We're driving 50 miles an hour to conserve on fuel, trying to get to a camp spot for the night. Plan for the next several days is to try and block the fuel lines that go to the mechanism to switch tanks and put the fuel line straight to the engine, so that he can use his back tank and not have to use the front tank. We'll see how that goes. It's been an adventure of a day. Lots of backtracking, hoping to get to a campsite before sundown. Probably not going to.
We did end up finding a campsite right around sunset with a mechanic appointment for 8 a.m. the next morning. What was supposed to end up being an overnight trip to La Paz turned out being over 2 weeks in La Paz. Needless to say, there was many adventures, new friends, incredible places, and quite a few mechanical mishaps that happened. So please stay tuned for next week's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.